All right, we are live and ready to go.
All right. Welcome everyone to the PMAOWL Season 11, Week 3, Game 4. Today we have the Shoosh Dudes versus Spicy Boys. I am and joined with me is the lovely Blue 17 on
Hello,
casting.
hello.
All right. I'm
We have
excited for this
Magnar
game.
on cams.
Oh, Macnar on cams too,
Yeah.
yes.
Hey,
Can't forget. So I'm pretty excited for this game. I'm pretty new to the league, so I can't give much pre-game on what we expect, but Blue has some analysis for us probably and tell us what to expect from these teams.
Wait. Also it's dudes, not dudes, but this is okay. Whoops. Give me one sec. Well, I feel as though these two teams are very stacked. On Shoosh dudes, we got Name is Wolf, Shushi, Lindamoo, and King Pebble. I think Emerald is new to the league, and Novus is. I wait.
Emerald was a Sarah boy. I think he just changed his name.
Yeah. And then on Spicy Boys, we have Iron Brew, the ball god. We have Omnilus. I think wasn't here last season, but I'm not sure if they are older. I only joined the league last season. And then we have Heroic, Fox M. They're pretty good DPS, and Reckless and Viceroy Griff. Okay, wait, is that R from both teams? Shoosh and yep. All right, we're starting the game now. Our first map is Lijiang, so let's get to it.
All right. I feel like on Lijiang we can expect to see a bunch of different compositions. So we'll get to see what map we're at first.
It's Gardens, I
It's
believe.
Garden.
Yes.
So
So
this
so Iron Brew rolling out with his tried and true ball. And then we have
love to see it.
we have Lindamoo on the Symmetra with the double
Symmetric on both
shield.
sides actually. So it's be interesting to see where they go.
Wait. They have Shushi on his Baptiste pick. Has been quite the terror.
Quite the terror indeed. I'm disappointed Foxum not showing off his Genji.
Yeah.
Always talking his Genji up, but I feel like the Symmetras can brawl it out on point pretty well, getting charged up and just melting through the tanks pretty much.
So the Symmetra on for Lindamoo will be a little bit better because all they have to do is break through the Rhine shield. But oh, they're not. Okay, they just sped to point.
Oh, I think they just switched off the Symmetra. They have a
No.
Doomfist.
Oh, yeah.
And the ball's just spinning around on point, getting slammed by the Reinhardt. Iron Brew going in on a flank. As we see the engage happening, it's just a war of attrition right now. Heroic takes out Lindenwood with a punch. Ball slamming in. Immortality field comes up, and
Saves.
Heroic's just causing in a bunch of damage.
Yeah.
Lindenwood's turret's doing work. King Pebble takes out Omnilus, but it seems like the fight goes in favor of the Spicy Boys. As Heroic just kind of cleans up on the Doomfist.
Yeah, very good engage. It was also a very good immortality field by by Shushi. He saved like what 3 people's lives, but
yeah, from just one-shot combos.
yeah, but it just wasn't enough. They weren't able to like kill. I think it was because of all the CC that they had, so they weren't able to.
Right.
Yeah. Ooh.
Looks like the teleporter's coming in, but they don't want to take it. They just want to run straight down. The Ash Dynamite doing a lot of damage. Here comes the engage. Heroic punching in, and the Baptiste ult comes out from Shushi.
Ooh, pretty big shatter.
Mastiff and the Bob's just in the backline taking out everyone. King Pebble takes out Heroic. Lindenwood taking out Iron Brew, but it's just 1-for-1 trades right now. And they actually cap point with Lindenwood, but I don't know how long they're going to be able to hold this as the Ryan and Lucio come back to point. Hopefully taking care of the Symmetra. And it looks like Spicy Boys are just going to retake the point.
That was a
Really early Symmetra wall. I don't know about that one.
heroic.
Just gonna be able to clean them up and deny the fight from even happening. Another shatter coming in from Omnilus.
Reckless was able to boot Emerald off, and then they didn't really have the shield to block,
Oh,
and then
one shield
Nameswolf
left.
just kind of just walked off, which was the smart idea since they just wanted to get their respawn timer as close as possible.
Right. Ideally, deny some ult charge too. But it looks like on the side of Spicy Boys, having 3 ults, coming up on 2 on Shoosh Dudes. So we'll see how they manage to make use of the High Noon and the Supercharger. Try to take the point. There comes the High Noon, and May kind of just walls him off from his own side.
Yeah.
Oh, Heroic
Yeah.
with
Ooh.
a triple Doomfist ult. The beat comes out, and that should be the first point going the way of Spicy
Heroic with
Boys.
5 kills that fight. He's really putting in work for his team, just getting the pick and then just exiting really quickly.
Absolutely destroying them on this Doomfist, just almost stopping fights from even starting to happen.
Even the fight before that, he got 2 picks, I believe. I think one on support and one on DPS. Like even before the when they were on the bridge and before the fight. So
Right.
he's been really abusing the one-shot mechanic, and the Shoosh dudes haven't really been playing around how strong that is.
Yeah. The Shoosh dudes do come out with the Brig this time and the Mei, which should be able to counter the ball, but they do switch off the Doomfist on Spicy Boy's side in favor of the Symmetra. But going for the TP to point strategy. They're already
Both teams are
both
doing
sides
TPing.
teleporting,
Fox M
but
not using the TP and getting the pick on Lindamoo. Kinda
it's
just
the same story pretty much.
yeah, getting the DPS getting a pick first and then just being able to wipe everybody else.
I think Foxum not taking that teleporter was actually a very big brain idea. He just was able to get a massive dynamite in, which just allows them to pretty much win the fight. The Mei can't do anywhere close to the amount of damage. You can see the difference in the ultimate charge on the Ashe and the Mei already. Another massive dynamite coming in from Foxum as an engage tries to happen. Iron Brew swinging around on the ball inside the room. Kind of just swinging at each other right now. Heroic takes down Shoosh 1-for-1. Lindamoo takes down Omnilus. Lindamoo popping off on the Symmetra. Window comes out. Iron Brew trying to do what he can with the ball ultimate, but Lindamoo cancels it pretty much with the Symmetra wall. But it looks like it's going in the way of the Shoosh dudes. That being said though, Spicy Boy's getting 2 quick picks and resetting the fight. Bob comes out, takes out Emerald with the Coalescence, and another fight win for the Spicy Boys.
Yeah, that was just kind of I guess they extended a fight a little bit too long because they fought off point, and then when they tried to get in, they had like the respawn timers and the ults to win the fight. So good ult economy from
Spicy Boys definitely making
Spicy Boy. Yeah.
maximum use out of the fact that they can snowball off of the first fight. And it
Oh
looks
my
like-
god.
Oh my god.
That is exactly why you don't. That is why you don't go.
That's just not allowed to happen. Literally everyone on the enemy team falls off the map. And that's gonna be Lijiang Tower.
Wow, that was
That was a definitive win for Spicy Boys.
yeah.
Making a statement there.
Wow. Here's a replay of Iron Brew's just. Wow.
This is incredible. Oh,
Oh no.
that's just unlucky. Shoosh just gave up.
Yeah, they're just like, I'm out.
We just watched it happen.
You hate to see it, honestly.
4 environmental kills coming in for Reckless. The boop's pretty massive. Heroic 71% kill participation. Also
I didn't
pretty
get the 2%. Unlucky.
2% too much, honestly.
Twigs. saying in chat, Shoosh dudes need to wake up. We can't. What? Wait,
It's only map 1.
it is
There's
only map 1.
it's a warm-up map. So,
Oh.
Blue, what do you think the Shoosh dudes can do differently against the Spicy Boys in the upcoming maps?
Well, first, I think it depends on the map that they want to play, and so I think the best idea would be to pick a map that isn't really uh, favored with the characters that the Spicy Boys play. Like Iron Brew plays the ball, and then Heroic plays Doomfist. So if you can't pick like a map, wait, give me one sec. What map? Okay. Um, if they can't pick a map that isn't like not really good for a ball or Doomfist, they can one sec, I need to change. My bad. Chris Holmes for Novus. Okay. Right. Temple of Anubis is the second map. Okay, they need to pick a team comp that goes against their like carry characters. Like I believe when we faced the Spicy Boys, we went Hog, McCree, and Brig because we knew that the ball was going to be very disruptive.
So pretty much just trying to shut down the ball in the Doomfist is the name of the game for Shoosh dudes. Do you think they'll be able to do this on Temple of Anubis? How do you think the ball and the Doomfist can play out that map specifically?
Let's see. They still have Iron Brew and Omulus. I feel Omulus likes to play the Reinhardt a lot, so the ball they will definitely run the Rein Zarya on this map. So I think they don't the Shoosh dudes don't really have to play around that this map, but I'm excited to see what they do run with. They did change both of their players. Wait, okay. I got both R's, so we're starting the map now.
So pretty smart map pick then for Shoosh dudes.
Mm-hmm. But that is only if Omnilus doesn't go dive. But from what I've seen from him, I think he is just gonna pick the Rhine because he's proficient on it. I haven't really seen his Winston, so I can't really like make any estimates or guesses on it.
Just based on the hover from Foxem of the jungle, actually going Genji, so maybe we might see the dive. There's a Sombra hover. It looks like you were right about the Rhine for Omnilus. Heroic opting not to use Sombra, going for the Reaper, and you were right, sticking with Rhine Zarya. On the other side, looks like they're gonna run Orisa Sigma.
Yeah, the Shoosh dudes do really like to run double shield, and I feel like we're just gonna see this comp a lot tonight. So I hope that hope we can see some good synergies from the tanks because that's kind of their main usage and power.
Alright, and the gates are gonna open. Spicy Boys just kind of running at them. We'll see whether they decide to go left to right down. Looks like they're just gonna go the left side. A big pull comes in, but doesn't really matter. We can see Lindenwood on the Sombra trying to farm up his EMP, getting a good amount of percentage on the Spicy Boys as they walk through.
Foxem is just behind, you know.
Yeah, going on the flank.
Very good engage from.
Also, a very good disengage from Spicy Boys, kiting back and using their range advantage. However, it doesn't.
They are even right now.
One bunch of 1-for-1s. It's still a 3v3 on the point. The Immortality field is down. The Zarya is hacked right now, and they're just focusing down the Zarya, who goes down. Lucio takes down Baptiste in the back, but it's a close fight win for the Shoosh dudes.
Now, the Shoosh dudes do really need to get back soon because Spicy Boys does have the spawn advantage, but I think they too kind of got like separate respawns, so I think everybody will be back in time for the defense and the offense.
Looks like Baptiste is just about getting back on him. Pick from General Dill. Stops the fight before he can even start. Sombra just trying to be, you know, translocating, scouting around. Foxum tried to divert some attention, but
Shoosh dudes are coming up on some really vital ulti. We have the EMP back, and then we have the both tank ults coming in, and the Baptiste ult. While on Spicy Boys, we don't really have any, except for Reckless's sound barrier.
it'll be interesting to see if they decide to use the EMP aggressively or defensively for the Genji ulti maybe. As we see the engage, the Baptiste window comes out, but the Shoots kind of run away from it, and so it's pretty much useless in its position.
Who gets 5 people?
So Lindemood immediately goes down. They do have a sound barrier. There it comes out from Reckless. And here comes the supercharger, and I think that should just allow them to clean up with the increased damage.
Yeah.
Fox
believe-
comes back on the Genji. But Zarya is quite high charge, beaming down Shoosh on the Baptiste. Grab actually comes out from Iron Brew, and that allows them to clean up the fight. Bob booped off the point, can't contest. That's gonna be a fight win for Spicy Boys.
Yeah, that looked.
Next fight, have the Blade and the Shatter.
Yeah, that looked really good for the Shoosh dudes, but I guess the respawn timer was just too strong, and they were able to, with their 3 people, just hold on, and I think Foxum got a kill, so it went from a 4v3 to a 3v3. Now they do have to play against this Earth Shatter and Blade.
It could be pretty big. They have almost 4 ults honestly, but Reckless goes down to King Pebble.
Lindamu and Heroic were 1v1ing, and Heroic does come out on top, but Heroic is very low.
Pretty big charge from Omnilus, getting General Dill out of the fight, but Shoosh takes down Omnilus. I don't think Spicy Boys can really fight this without their main tank. And the respawn timers being so much better for the Shoosh dudes.
Ooh.
Heroic going in, tries to take out the Sombra, who just translocates out, and King Pebble just like kills Heroic for even trying.
Very big punish. Now he's one of the faster champs, so it's not that bad of a stagger. We still see Lindamu just, scouting out for his team, which is very nice. Ooh, Heroic almost.
However, that stagger does allow the Shoosh dudes to build up some more ult charge, and now the ults aren't really. It's coming to a point where they aren't really that stacked in favor of Spicy Boys. As King Pebble just takes out Heroic, Fox tries to take out King Pebble from the high ground and does so.
Ooh, Omnilus just almost kind of whiffed his Earth Shatter.
Fox up on the Genji, not really able to get anything done with the Blade. The combination of the Coalescence plus the Immortality Field making his life really hard, and just a pretty messy fight, but ultimately Shoosh come out on top. A lot of ultimates used on both sides.
Yeah, so Shoosh dudes do have the Orisa ulti, which allows the entire team to just generate ulti super quickly, and then we do have the EMP, which is pretty much, I think when it was meta in Overwatch League, it was like a 80% win rate. Yeah, so it's a very, very powerful ulti. I don't see Lindamu hacking the Mega below, which is...
Yeah. There comes the Orisa ult out. Rufus ult also comes out,
Ooh.
takes out the supercharger, EMP and sound barrier used on either side. It looks like Spicy Boys are getting picks. Shoosh dudes are answering back, and with respawn timers, they might be able to come out on top. However,
Name is Wolf is
right
just
now,
stalling.
alive.
Nice shield
Wait,
dance.
really?
Oh yeah, the respawn timers for the Shoosh dudes are coming in clutch.
I
So
really like that Iron Brew saved his grab there. He knew the fight was probably lost, considering the respawn timers. and they're coming up on the Hanzo ult from Foxum. Not much to really counter that apart from the immortality field, which Hanzo can kind of take out pretty easily. So,
But it was
Dragon
a
fight.
yeah. So during that fight, after the Lindamu's EMP, Reckless was hiding, and so he was able to get the sound barrier off right after 3 people got hacked, but somebody already died, so it wasn't as valuable.
Super smart read from him then. Here comes the immortality field used early, which could set up for a re-grab. Heroic taking out Shoosh. And there's a 4-man grab. Dragon comes through, takes out 3. The Mei's just hiding. Mei should go down pretty soon. Bob's not even on point, can't get the stall. And Spicy Boys win the fight. And we'll see if Shoosh Dudes can try and retake.
I don't.
Doesn't seem
Yeah, it doesn't seem so. So, Spicy Boys was able to survive after Spicy Boys used their ultis. So, because they weren't able to like clean up with it, the saved ultis just kind of ran it. Was just able to clean up after that.
Just some good ultimate usage, good ulti economy coming out from Spicy Boys. They were able to recognize when fights were lost or won and commit the right amount of ults.
But they were able. Shoosh Dudes were able to stall 2 overtime. So, as long as they are able to, I see that. I don't like that Omnic. Sorry, but as long as they are able to get in with over a minute, it will be at worst a tie and a very good looking win.
So definitely, Shoosh Dude's looking a lot better than map 1. I think the Doom still had a good amount of impact from Heroic. He was able to get a few picks. And right now they're actually going back to the Ball and Doomfist on the defense with Boxum on the Junkrat. Junkrat's obviously really good on this first point. Pretty much
Yep.
shut down the right side, like, attack point.
Looks like they're going for a very disruptive comp with a high damage because they have the Zen for like long range poke, and then they have the Junkrat for just poke. Oh, Reckless just got a volley on Lindamu.
Takes out the Symmetra. That's gonna stall the attack by a lot. Symmetra's obviously very important for it. Their attack looks like they want to TP somewhere. Might go for the.
I do think they're gonna go to. We did talk about this. They're gonna go to the Mega. They're gonna go where Iron Brew is, and they're probably gonna be very surprised. I think, yeah, they're reading it. They're reading this TP strat.
Heroic
So-
joined Iron Brew up there. They know. Spicy Boys are very well aware of what's happening. And Shoosh aren't even able to like walk through with the amount of poke coming out from the Junkrat. And Zen. So now we'll see if the Heroic falls off the high. Iron Brew just charging in.
Oh, huh.
And there comes the TP. Only Pebble on the Echo manages to get through before the TP goes down. The fight just seems to be happening in this small room. King Pebble takes down Heroic. Lindamu taking down Iron Brew. So
Oh,
2
Chris
picks
Helm
to
is
1.
Chris Helm is dead, but they still have the Baptiste healing, which is insane. He already has his ulti in one fight.
King Pebble just absolutely destroying everyone on the Echo. The beam just tears through General Dill on the signal.
But he had to, yeah, you know, that Junkrat martyrdom.
In that
Too
extended
strong.
fight too, the Symmetra beam doing a lot of damage. You can already see 98% to the Symmetra wall. They have some 3 ults pretty much on the side of Shoosh Dudes, and on the side of Spicy Boys, they might get.
You're gonna get Coalescence. The chance is if he doesn't get picked first,
He's a big if on Zenyatta.
True.
Vice Order getting taken out really low. Actually gets taken out immediately. 3
no.
picks coming out for Shoosh Dudes.
Wow.
And Reckless, just yeah. King
Now
Pebble
this
imitates
is-
the Wrecking Ball, picks off Reckless. And that's just a super clean fight win. Absolutely snowballing. 4 minutes 44 seconds left on the time bank. Only really 2 fights happened.
It was. They got picked, and then well, yeah. Shoosh
There's
just
just
kind
that
of
little
got
bit of
picked, and
slow.
then they were kind of just like, okay, we wait, and then I feel like if Iron Brew and Heroic just stayed there instead of giving that up, because like they were reading them. I don't know why Iron Brew just like jumped down and tried to fight them inside that small room, because looking at their team comp, it's as a ball that really isn't a smart idea, since looking at their team comp, it was
Basically the same as they
accretion.
have right now.
Yeah,
They have a little bit of CC to deal with the ball with the accretion, the halt.
and then
Oh,
you can just beam them down with King Pebble and Lindamoo. So yeah, I feel like he should have just stayed there.
I feel like there could have been a big surprise. However, only Echo really took the teleporter. I think uh, Shoosh kind of just realized that they would win the fight with the Symmetra beam racking up in that close quarters.
Yeah.
And right now, it looks like they're just going back to the Rein Zarya on the side of Spicy Boys, bringing a Reaper and a Mei out. But still,
Uh,
I feel like not much to deal with the Echo in the air. Apart from Reckless on the Baptiste, who can sort of act as a hit scan,
and then Fox him if he hits the icicles, but
it's not really a reliable way of dealing
yeah,
with the Echo. It
it's like a
can happen,
Hanzo.
yeah, definitely can, but most
Big
of the time
wall, but they're not really.
they just break through it though. That engage happened from Spicy Boys, just walk in. Fox him going down, Omelette taking down King Pebble, the
It was a
immortality
DPS trade, which is okay.
and
Oh, they
Spicy
do
Boys
lose the.
just coming up out on top. However, Lindamood fully charged up on that beam.
Yikes! That is a.
And yeah, it's just general deal, last man standing. Gets taken
Valiant
down.
effort. But
It started off looking pretty okay, getting a 1-for-1 trade, but I think the brawl of the Rein Zarya was able to just tear through them. Even though Lindamood put in a lot of damage, getting up to 80% on the wall, wasn't enough to
so
carry the
Shoosh
team.
tank comp is more poke heavy, while the Spicy Boys are brawl heavy. So that's why they were when they are going. Okay, yeah, this is a really nice TP, so they can rotate more and use their compositional advantage of poke. Oh my god.
But here comes out the Mei wall, or the Symmetra wall, and we know how good that can be at just securing point. A big shatter coming out from Omelette, getting 2 down, but can't really do anything, and
That's
kind of roll over them.
yeah, when we said this was gonna be a good game, I didn't know it was gonna be like a roll on one side and the roll on the other. I thought it was gonna be more of a hard-fought victory, but this is still a very interesting match happening here.
Very interesting. It seemed dominant from Spicy Boys on Li Zhang, but equally as dominant from the Shoosh Dudes on Anubis. So we can see how each team will try to adapt, hopefully, to each other's playstyles. Shoosh healing 39% of his team's damage taken, getting his window up so often and so early. Pretty much one fight to get window every map.
Okay, now that was, whew. Yeah, that was pretty nice. Now we're just gonna wait for swaps and okay.
The next map pick, yeah.
Mhm.
Next map is Hybrid, and it should be Spicy Boy's pick, right?
I believe so. Oh, I do need to change them. Swap all, correct? And then
So in Hybrid, we could see the King's Row come out. However, I feel like Iron Brew wants to play the ball, so King's Row isn't necessarily the best map for ball. Oh, they're actually going to choose Blizzard World. That could be a pretty good map for ball, pretty good map for Doomfist as well. But also pretty good for Orisa Sigma with the long sightlines and the poke. So it could, based on just the map, could go either way. Ooh, from Vanilla Blizz or spice it up with Winter. We could see
Yeah.
Winter Blizzard World. That'd be interesting to see.
yeah, I don't know. I
Get
saw
some,
that. I'm like, oh right, there was that option.
get some Christmas vibes in.
Hmm. So, for Blizzard World, I feel like doing the Ryan Zarya for the first point, or like a, yeah, Ryan Zarya or like a dive would be better. But coming from Omnilus, I think if they do the hybrid dive with Iron Brew on ball and Omnilus on Ryan in the beginning, Iron Brew's just gonna have to like harass the back line.
It can be very effective with the ball and Doomfist combo of
Mhm.
just the double slam, double knock up.
But if they
Actually,
do
like,
take
get shot.
first point very quickly, I think the ball switching to ball off the Ryan after Zarya would be a very good for second point at least. Okay, both teams have given us the R.
Right, I think second point can be very, very disorganized, and I feel like Ball and Doomfist can thrive in that environment.
Yeah,
However,
also
I
with
think
like
last
a lot
point,
of a lot of the high ground advantages that
yes,
Doom and Ball can just abuse.
and it can be pretty tough to re-establish high ground advantage on the second point as a defending team once the attacking team takes control of it, because you really only have like 2 small staircases to walk up. Um,
But third point is it's like a different meta for each part of the map, which is a pretty good balance, I guess.
yeah, it's
But
interesting. We get to see a bunch of different heroes, hopefully, coming out from either side.
Spicy Boy's going in with a hog. Is he leaving spawn? He's leaving spawn on a hog. Okay.
Hog. Just going
That-
for damage, I guess. Just going
yeah,
in
Fox
force.
and they have the. I guess they see they know that Shoosh likes to run the double shield. So as long as you can hack one of the tanks, you can just burst down the other shield, I guess.
That could be a strategy. However, I feel like the Hog doesn't really provide much safety to the Rhine when this Mei is gonna get right up in his face. So that could be a problem for the Spicy Boys.
Mm-hmm.
Foxtim just sitting on the high ground, trying to poke out. Doesn't really get any shots in. The
Oh,
shield.
heroic! Ooh,
Oh,
Heroic was trying to scout
victory.
and trying to kill King Pebble, but gets countered instead.
Killing that Mei can be really difficult. He did get some ult charge, and they are allowing him to get a little closer to the point. But Wall comes out, a big nade onto the tank of General Dill.
But they do
Now
have
Brutality
the.
Field is just gonna counter that, and Shoosh taking out Omnilus. Shoosh dudes are pretty much able to just run over this point off of that first pick. Foxham trying to do what he can on the Sombra. Heroic getting frozen on point as a Doomfist. And a clean first fight for the Shoosh dudes.
Yeah, like I said, the Iron Brew, the Hog. Well, like you said actually, I personally hate Hog with Ryan unless you're picking it specifically for a character like Doom against Ball, like those. But
In this situation against the Mei, it doesn't really provide that protection Ryan needs. Well, Ball engaging. Here comes a dive from just the tanks. Heroic joins the fight on the Doom. Foxham taking down the Names Wolf. Lindemood taking out the main healer on the other side though. They still have Reckless as healing. The window from Shoosh not really gonna achieve much. It was kinda in the back and they moved past it. Reckless gonna take out King Pebble on the side there. And Spicy Boys are just able to just basically slam it in on top of the Shoosh dudes.
so
Kinda
now that
exploiting that disorganized second point fight style.
now that it's second point, they can't just safely run in and then take the fight, especially since Omnilus and Iron Brew switched to the Space Boys went into like a more dive oriented comp, so
Right, it's gonna be hard for them to just walk in. The Symmetra is causing some trouble with those turrets. The beat comes out from Novus, but a big sleep from Reckless just takes down Novus. And it
Omnilus
looks
just
like
in the
one-
backline just ulting.
Yeah,
Ooh.
causing disruption. Iron Brew comes to join and help him, but Omnilus is gonna fall off the map. thanks to General Dill.
I think he accretioned when Omnilus was shifting and then he just fell off the map. That was a really good play by him.
Yeah, it's gonna be a win for the Shoosh dudes.
Reckless hard staggered.
That's
That is a very
very unfortunate.
unfortunate. But they do have Viceroy Griff on the
Iron Bruce being
Moira.
taken super low, but he's able to get out and heal up a little.
They do have the nano boost, so I think they should just. Oh, here comes
There's
the Mei
Mei.
ulti.
Acting almost as a defensive ult to zone them away from the payload. There comes the Symmetra wall. Yep, and that's just to secure the point 2 cap. Pretty much just rolling through point 2 for the Shoosh dudes.
Yeah, but for the Shoosh dudes, I feel like they spent a little bit too many ults. I think they either needed to use the Symmetra wall or the Baptiste window, one or the other, to secure the fight. But both is overcommit.
Oh, and there's the engage from the Spicy Boys with the blade, with the pile driver, and Nameswolf and Novice just throw themselves off the map, deny any ult charge going the way of Spicy Boys.
The Shoosh dude actually had a really good rotation with the Symmetra TP, because once Spicy Boys engaged on them, they kind of just disappeared. So they used their cooldowns, but I guess they weren't able to. They still got picked off, which was interesting.
Here comes the engage with Iron Bruce Ball ultimate. Mortality Field comes out to hopefully counter that a little, and Novice with the sound barrier. General Dill taking 2 up with
3
up, takes out Heroic with the Sigma ultimate.
Ominous just charging in,
Yeah,
charging back actually.
General Dill throwing himself off the map, I guess. A huge shatter from
Triple
Ominous.
shatter.
Nano comes out, and that's gonna secure the fight for the Spicy Boys. A big nade comes out from Reckless as well, just ensure the retreat of the enemy. Heroic punching King Pebble into the wall.
I'm not sure if the Omnilus Nano was for him to survive, but I think if Fox M received that Nano, he could have gotten his blade. This fight instead of having to farm for it a little bit. So
Or even just having the Nano Blade, they don't even have it defensible. There comes a Mailed onto Omnilus, but I don't know that they're going to be able to follow up on this. Kind of wasted ult almost. Heroic taking out Shoosh and General Dill off the back of his ult. Foxham taking out the Blade. I'm not sure that that was really necessary, but the Blade just cleaning up. Lindemood up top, avoiding everything. Heroic getting hacked out of his Seismic Slam, but Lindemood's gonna meet his demise at the hands of Iron Brew.
yeah, like you said, I really didn't like that Fox and Blade because Reckless is 84, was at 80 when by the time he pulled out the blade, so they could have had a Nano Blade for this and just completely shut down.
It's
Shoosh
possible
dudes.
they just didn't. They weren't ultimate tracking well on Novus. They thought he would have beat for this fight, so they wanted to get the mixed up tempo between the blade and the beat. But not the best play. The Nano coming in onto Heroic. Omnilus just charges in and takes out down King Pebble in that mini room. Heroic knocking the Nameswolf off the edge. Another stomp of a fight from the Spicy Boys.
Spicy Boys has a really powerful engage. Oh, Lindemood killed Heroic.
Oh.
Yeah, but they still have a really good hard engage with Iron Brew and Heroic. Just at the same, like, if you like slam with the ball and then the Doomfist just like, you know, slams after, that's a lot of damage.
And it can also set up for some big nades from Reckless too, who has been hitting quite a few. Omnilus and General Dill swinging at each other. There comes the EMP.
Another
Shattered
huge
follow-up.
nade.
Yeah, landing on King Pebble and Nameswolf. King Pebble is just gonna avoid the Doomfist ult by going into his little ice block. Foxham taking out Shooshy gets hacked and is fighting General Dill, but manages to run away, and another cleanup from the Spicy Boys.
Yeah, it was looking like a really good fight for the Shoosh dudes, but I guess they were able to sustain a little bit better.
I think the EMP landed onto 2 people, which allowed for a shatter onto those 2 people, but I think again, Reckless's nade kind of just saved
Also, King Pebble had his wall up, which blocked.
some of the EMP.
Yeah, so that was a very unfortunate ulti.
Spicy Boy was just going around. Fox him with a huge blade.
Omnilus had a really good shatter. It was into the immortality field, but with the nano blade, it kind of just chopped him up anyway.
I think they even managed to kill the Lucio before. Either the Lucio was stunned out of his ultimate, or he was killed before it even cast.
I believe he was stunned out of his ulti actually.
So I think that shattered just setting up the blade then. There.
Yeah, that was a really good. That was a really good defense by the Spicy Boys, being able
0.3, they sort
to.
of found their flow.
They were able to do what, honestly, their comp is a little bit better on point 2, on point 3 instead. But I guess there is more I guess higher ground on third point. So the Doomfist, I think his seismic slam does more damage the higher you are, or the more you like
The
travel.
longer airtime you have, I believe.
Yeah. So I guess that works a little bit better on point 3 than point 2.
I guess there's also a little bit of hiding spots, so the ball and the Doomfist can sort of come at you from unexpected angles and catch you off guard.
Okay, now we are seeing the dive coming in from Spicy, which yeah, this is playing more to their strength.
However, they do have King Pebble on the Bastion, and Bastion can just absolutely melt through Winston and Ball and Doomfist, especially considering the fact that Spicy Boys aren't running the Diva.
And I don't think he can be stunned out of his form. He can be pushed back, and he can't die if he gets punched into a wall, but he can't be like stunned out of his sentry form or turret form.
It's
Sorry.
gonna be hard for them to be able to get through the damage of this Bastion. However, they are doing a good job of taking natural cover, sort of splitting up, 3 on the right side, 3 on the left.
Then
And
I think Ball's just all the way back. Ooh,
Gets
Foxen.
taken super low, and Lindenwood actually takes down Boiz Rift. Heroic tries to charge in. I'm not really sure about that engage. Fox, I'm trying to wall climb out, gets blocked by the boat. That's
Oh no, that is so unlucky. I hate it when that happens. When there's like that slight
Yeah.
lip on that edge, and you're just like, oh, I can't climb here.
However, Iron Brew is just in the back. General Deal is trying to look for him. Iron Brew is sitting.
Iron Brew's just all the way in the back. I don't.
Yeah. I think he's going for a pile driver right on top of them with the engage. We'll see what happens. The Symmetra's sort of putting down the spam. Iron Brew's in position. So we'll see this next engage how it happens.
I think
Oh,
Novus
there comes
sees
pile driver. Oh!
clean
Pile driver
engage, but they do have the pretty good Baptiste field.
And in that Baptiste field, you're not taking out that Bastion. Bastion's able to just do so much damage. Iron Brew goes in again.
No.
I have a feeling Iron Brew's just trying to get some ult charge so he can just ult right on top of them.
That would be the best, especially if Iron Brew ults and then leaves it there after it comes up, and then Omnilus kind of just smacks people out of it, like into the mines. I think that's like the play that they have to make. Reckless is still 54% to ulti on Ana. Did they switch?
The blade. But there's no defensive ult, so honestly, the blade plus all these ults could do a lot. There comes the ball, and ball immediately gets taken down by Bastion. The window. But Omnilus commits the Primal Rage to this fight.
I think it was just a 1000 HP feed.
Yeah,
I think they should have just saved it for Iron Brew's ulti and then just boot people out. It was just...
Even if they just did a dry push there to get out those ultis, hopefully that could have done something more. We see Lindenwood sending out the 1 damage orbs down the lane.
It is
Iron Brew's
a lot of
back
spam
in
though.
position. He's gonna go for it again.
I think Novus had the right idea going third person, but he isn't doing it anymore, so...
Doomfist also flanking, but this is actually really nice. They've set up Omnilus on the Diva now. Iron Brew manages to take down Shoosh.
And the immortality field.
Fox
There's a little bit.
able to clean up the Bastion. That was a nice engage from the side of the Spicy Boys, and it's just General Dill left on point. It should be a fight win for the Spicy Boys, and there they take it out. Namewolf is on the ball, so it looks like they might actually try to recontest. They have the ball, but Reckless just puts an end to that by sleeping the Nameswolf on his way back. General Dill himself is going on to the... Oh, they managed to actually get back to point.
They do Nano Fox M.
Yeah. He's able to get a lot despite not even having the blade.
That was a huge anti.
A lot of ultimate charge. Heroic commits the Doomfist ulti. King Pebble taking out Viceroy Griff. There are no supports on the side of Spicy Boys, but it's just a cleanup for the DPS and tanks. Fox
That was
down.
That was a pretty good hold, like a stall hold, but while they do like, you know, waste time, they do give ult charge to the enemy team. So
especially because they're also giving up their own ult charge by switching off the zeros. Because they're just switching right back to the Orisa Sigma. And you see Spicy Boys trying to take this high ground control. Iron Brew is going to use the ball ultimate right on top of the Shoosh dudes. Immortality field comes out to save them. Foxham committing the blade, gets Lindenwood. Heroic goes down on the other side. Foxham takes down General Dill and Lindenwood. A double blade for him. King Pebble somehow killed himself. I assume an unfortunate Helix rocket.
I hope it was an unfortunate Helix rocket.
Yeah, Shoosh dude's able to fight back and win the fight. However, you know, it wasn't on cart, so Spicy Boys just get a bunch of free cart progress. It's already under this first bridge.
A very
window. Maybe it's just a zone away the supports from doing anything. Because Omnibus does go down, he has no supports to help him. The Moira's pretty much useless here. Foxham tries to get out, dashes into the wall. Unlucky.
Unlucky once again.
Foxham right now it's just getting countered by the map. Tries to wall climb, gets hit by the boat, dashes into walls. It's unlucky.
It's so sad.
Player, it happens. It's so sad.
You hate to see it.
They are coming up on the Nano. Foxham is 33% to Blade. We'll see how fast he might be able to pick it up. Nano Blade should be able to win a team fight. Here comes the ultimate from Iron Brew, but also the Symmetra wall to counter it. Heroic punches Lindenwood out of the immortality field.
But King Pebble does have his. Ooh, no, he gets taken out by Omnilus and his ulti.
Yeah, Omnilus commits the Primal Rage, beating up General Dill, throws him off the map, and Heroic is punching the supports in the face. Iron Brew takes out Shushi, Nameswolf falls, finally. And might be able to just cap point 2 off this. I don't think...
I believe they will. Yeah, they don't have the TP, so...
Spicy we'll
that was a very...
King Pebble might be able to run away? Oh no, Iron Brew just slams on top of him. Heroic wants to punch in, but decides against it. Smart idea, I think.
So the thing was... the Nameswolf was able to pull Omnilus off the high ground after he used his jump. So... what he kind of fed, but Iron Brew's ulti kind of saved his life.
They commit the Nano on top of Heroic. He's gonna use his Meteor Strike to get Novus and the Immortality Field, which is pretty big. And now Foxham's gonna go in with the Blade. He's just gonna get pulled up by the Sigma ultimate. It doesn't really matter though, as the rest of the team kind of just cleans up all the kills. Payload is approaching final point, and Spicy Boys just kind of take point 3 by storm.
Spicy Boys had a really good dive on offense, and yeah, kind of won off the Iron Brew's ulti. Yep, there it is.
This kind of was the turning point of the game.
They were going to be full held, but then saving up ultis, especially since most of their ultis, like dive ultis, are very AOE heavy, and then Genji's blade is kind of like an AOE because you know it's like swish, and then it's 7 million light years into the forward.
Iron Brew got the 69% kill participation. We love to see it. Gets all the upvotes. I believe Foxim had something like 6 Dragon Blades and 16 Dragon Blade kills, so getting a lot of value out of the Dragon Blades. Almost 3 per blade. So pretty big blades coming out from Foxim. And a lot of kills coming out from Iron Brew. I like that Blizzard World, however, was a little more even. It wasn't a steamroll either way, apart from sort of point 2 and 3 of Spicy Boiz' attacks. And it looks like the next map is going to be Rialto coming out from Shoosh.
We're getting a 30-second break for Lindamoo, so we're not going to get the R yet. I also do need to go to the bathroom, so I will be right back.
Right.
I'm going to take this moment here. Hi, it's Macnar. Hey, make sure that you consider options for MVP for tonight. We've seen some pretty awesome plays and some great showmanship. So if you have any mentions for MVP, make sure you throw them out. I'll have the straw poll up right before interviews get started. Also, don't forget to use your Twitch Prime subs, because the more money that goes into the league, the more we can do cool things. So check it out.
True, Twitch Prime will help us pop off.
Actually, something else to mention is if you've never subbed for this channel before, this month only, you can get 20% off your very first sub. So normally it's $5, and then if you math down 20%, that's what it would be for the first time sub. So, something to think about. Love you all.
So if you need me to do the math for you, that'd be $4. 80% of 5 is 4. So I got you there, boys.
Thank you. $4 subs. That's cheaper than a Subway sub. So something to consider. Alright, I'm done shamelessly plugging.
No, we plug more.
Yeah. We're sponsored by Twitch Prime, not by Cheesy Goose.
Just kidding, we're not actually sponsored.
We're sponsored by the viewers' subs.
Ah.
Sponsored by you. We're a community channel.
True. Alright.
Alright.
We're going into map 3? No, map
4, Rialto.
Map 4, Rialto.
It's currently 2-1 in favor of the Spicy Boiz.
Yeah.
So Rialto, what do you expect to see from this? Was Shoosh's map pick. So what do you expect to see from the Shoosh dudes?
You know, honestly, I would say the double shield, because that's what they always run, and that's like their favorite bread and butter. Wait, they didn't. Yeah, but I guess we're seeing the dive coming in from them, since Rialto is Rialto is a good dive map. It's just
Rialto, those maps you can kind of run whatever. I feel like.
yeah, honestly, that is true, because like especially the Orisa is still super strong, especially because it's a payload map. So Orisa will always be strong on those maps.
Yeah, they're actually just gonna leave spawn with this. I wasn't sure if they were sort of memeing us with the dive comp, but it seems like they want to run the dive. Their full dive into Iron Brew's ball and half dive sort of situation.
They do have the Omnus Reinhardt. They may be running to dive to, like, you know, punish Reckless's Ana, because he has been getting fatty nades with the setup of Iron Brew and Heroic.
That is true. And maybe I feel like the disruption can't be as much on a dive comp. It can just sort of fly away. And I do like the Diva as a counter to Heroic on the Doomfist, because you can sort of negate the one-shot combo of the uppercut. We see Lindamoo going in early, and the Shoosh dudes are gonna engage as the payload comes under them. Anomalous gets sent flying off the map by Novus. Heroic takes down Novus. 1-for-1 trades happening on either side, so it is a 4v4 right now. Heroic, however, gonna take down Novus and Lindamoo. And now it's a 3v6 really. The respawns have come in. and it should just allow the Spicy Boys to get some cart progress going.
That was a very interesting dive defense because they kind of just dive on point and then try to brawl a little, and then after they used the Winston shield, they kind of just dove in again, which
Rolling against the Ryan is just
yeah.
not the best idea. King Pebble just gonna walk in, stick Reckless. I don't know how important that's gonna be, but it could. Oh, especially since King Pebble actually goes down now, so it's still gonna be a 5v5. Reckless is just respawned, so he's gonna make his way over.
Ooh. General Dill did get.
Almost charging and gets slept halfway through. And now they're just focusing him down on the Winston and even the Lucio getting in. Names Wolf gonna jump in with the Winston ults.
He did get slept, but then immediately awoken.
Oh,
Ooh, there is the Bob, but ooh, oh, the Bob is in a very
unfortunate spot. Yeah, and it seems like the Shoosh will be able to hold on to the defense, despite the number of ults actually committed. They used actually just 2 ults, Iron Brew and Foxum, using the Minefield and Bob.
Iron Brew wasn't able to, like, you know, boot people around, so his bombs kind of relatively went untouched, even if it was on point. Ooh.
Oh, there's a nano onto the Names Wolf, just zoning away the Ana and Foxum on the Ashe. He's gonna jump right back in onto Reckless. Heroic takes down Shoosh, but the fight on point has just been lost. It's now a 4 versus 2. General Dill gets taken out of his mech. He's just trying to stall on point. King Pebble also gets taken down on point by Foxum. Heroic kind of just winning the fight on point for his team, while the Names Wolf was zoning away both Foxum and Reckless. So
Yeah, it's weird because it was a 1v2 versus a 4v5, so. But I guess the Doom. Oh, nice sleep before he can even pound.
Pebble just lying there. Can't really follow up on it though, unfortunately.
They don't really have the stuns.
Nano comes out onto Iron Brew. He's gonna slam on top of the Tracer and the Diva. Ultimate's coming out on both sides. Lindemood copies Reinhardt, so they have maybe a Shatter coming out soon. King Pebble's General Dill sending out the self-destruct on top of the bridge. Only manages to take out Foxum, but able to just run down the rest of the Spicy Boys.
Almost was able to
really
charge. Yeah, they were able to charge General Dill into and then demacker. So.
I mean, King Pebble actually managed to get out, so I guess it's not all lost.
Oh!
Just manages to get back on.
Yeah, oh my god.
And also manages to just get back on. Those boops were so close, but
yeah,
shifts
so many.
both the tanks. However, Spicy Boys are just winning elsewhere. Doomfist one-shotting everyone like he does. The post-bomb whiffs, or is able to fade away from that one. And Spicy Boys are just pushing card. There's a Diva trying to do what she can on the point. General Dill skirmishing sort of with Iron Brew.
Ooh, the main Wolf gets slapped.
The Nano's still able to do a little bit of damage. Bob gets committed. They Nano the Coalescence.
The super Kamehameha.
Yeah, Viceroy Griff just beaming everyone down. Heroic one-shotting Tracer casually.
Of course.
The Kamehameha taking down Novus, and that should secure point 3.
Point 2.
Or point 2, yeah. My bad.
Lindemood tried to go in, but he did get picked. I think.
Ooh. That the Diva actually just General Dill pushed away Iron Brew's engage and just pushed him to safety on top of the bridge. That's pretty clean from General
Dill does have his ulti, so.
Yeah, it could be a. There are some nice Diva bomb spots that could be pretty big. Ana looks like dangerous. Right around the corner. Heroic getting focused down. But Lindemood's gonna turn away, and Omnilus just charges Lindemood right into the minefield and takes him out. The Names Wolf trying to stall on point, but can't really achieve anything. General Dill throws himself into the minefield for the respawn. Novus and King Pebble just gonna get shattered.
Yikes.
Omnilus gets taken down. These
Just
are the stagger kings
stuck.
coming.
Yeah, the name Wolf did swap to ball instead, so a little bit more defense, but less. Wait,
And he just
a little bit more
immediately
off. Wait,
Viceroy Griff taking out 2 with the Coalescence.
3. He's just beaming everybody down.
And Heroic just continuing to one-shot people. You love to see it. King Pebble doing what he can, but
To stall.
Iron Brew's
There's
not
no-
having any of it, just spinning to win.
There's
And now
2
there are
balls.
3 balls on the field.
Oh, 3 balls on the field.
3 balls on the field. And there
Slam,
comes the
slam,
power driver.
slam.
Power driver. Viceroy Griff takes another nano, but it seems like Spicy Boys are just cleaning up the fight. Lindamood getting smacked around on 1 HP, gets taken down.
Yes, but Shoosh Dudes were able to kind of whittle down the timer. It's not as oppressive as I thought first after first point, because they did have a pretty good time bank, but they were able to whittle it down to 1 minute and 40 seconds. I do believe with how Shoosh Dudes did on Anubis that they can have a time that rivals Spicy Boys.
I think so, especially because I don't know that I loved Shoosh Dude's composition on the defense, especially once it stopped working really. Like, it was clear that they were just getting out-dove and out-one-shot pretty much by the Doomfist. So I feel like if they maybe took a little bit more to counter rather than to match, they could have maybe held on a little longer, you know, getting some tanky heroes like May or Reaper to counter the Doomfist. I did like the Diva pick because Diva's able to just eat up Doomfist's left clicks as he uppercuts you.
That is
But-
true, but like I feel like Heroic more relied on his right, just his like his punch,
You
and
saw
so
him
I think
punching everyone.
the ball Winston would be better, because I know last season I love running Winston ball instead of Diva, Winston Diva. But now they are going back to their double shield, tried and true.
True.
Oh.
Ryan's already on the side of the Spicy Boys. So more poke it seems from the side of Shoosh Dudes, especially with the Junkrat able to just spam in, and even the maze right clicks. We'll see what Heroic does from his high ground position. Probably was spotted in. He ease in, gets the bubble, and just destroys Novus. Well, I guess was low. Iron Brew takes down Lindamood. Omlis takes down the Names Wolf. Spicy
It was
Boys
a-
kind of just dominating this first fight.
It was a very good pick, because Fox M had a huge dynamite on the entire team of Shushifu, and they don't really have. Novus has a lot of healing for his team, but not for himself, and Shushifu is playing the Zen, which I really don't like, especially since, you know, Heroic has just been terrorizing him. So
Yeah.
I would rather pick the like Heroic's one-shot abilities over Zen's volley. Yeah, like
Bro,
that.
just ease in and uppercuts General Bill. Foxham's Dynamite takes down the Names Wolf, and again, another just cleanup, basically, for the Spicy Boys. Foxham on this high ground is just able to get so much free damage in, no one's really contesting him.
And then
like-
Heroic's just like, you know, after they get peppered down by Fox M, they just slam, punch,
But
over.
this is the third time Heroic's sitting up there. They have to know that this is happening.
I'm
like-
surprised that the name is Wolf hasn't like pulled and then accretioned him.
Yeah, that does take a little bit of. He goes in again. I think the bubble is just stopping any counterplay from happening.
That was a huge ulti by
Shit.
Omnilus.
Omnilus. I think, but Linden was just in the back. I don't know. He's just on reckless. He's kind of just Heroic taking down 3 people in the end.
Another
I don't
team
know how
killed.
May got there.
Yeah,
but
so
he did.
we do have the tire from King Pebble.
There's nothing really to deal with that on the side of. I mean, Foxham could shoot it, but
Mhm.
if it gets
But-
past their aim, there's. I mean, they do have bubbles, I guess. It could be a pretty big tire. And
Hopefully it is a
finally,
big tire. Ooh.
They're going around the other side. King Pebble doesn't get
Did
anything.
not get
He went
anything.
for the tanks, which Iron Brew just has bubble for that. Hero gonna punch in. Novus takes down Reckless. Up. Sigma ultimate comes in, but grab to counter, and they're just able to swing through. King Pebble takes down Foxham. Lindamood able to take down Heroic, and actually Shoosh
Oh.
seems to turn the fight.
Yeah, Shoosh dudes are kind of even. Oh,
And they do have the
Shushi
respawn.
was able to survive. And now they are getting a little bit of card time. They can definitely pressure out the right, and he gets King Pebble. That is,
Where was King Pebble?
King Pebble was pushed up, trying to like stop respawns from coming back, I guess. But he just got punished.
Yeah, Omnilus just charged in his direction. Heroic's taking the high ground. Gonna probably looking for a spam on the Shushi or Lindy or something. There comes a shatter from Omnilus.
Another
Take out
pretty decent shatter. Ooh,
Yeah.
huge anti with the
They will. Kind of late Blizzard coming in from Lindemood. Managed to take that 2, but I'm not sure that's even gonna be enough.
yeah, I
Especially
think
if he was dead.
yeah.
Oh, but
Ooh,
Viceroy just
Vice-
committing the coalescence. I guess he thought they wouldn't be
He-
able to recontest, but I think they will be able to. There's a Lucio, a Tracer on the field. 10 seconds left. We'll see if they can manage to make it forward. Lucio is running his way over. Yeah, they're all gonna be able to make it there. But
Heroic just takes down Shushifu. Novus does take out Heroic.
Iron Brew on the Zarya does get nanoed. He's pretty high charge. Foxy takes down the Names Wolf. Dynamite's coming in, and it looks kind of over.
Oh, General Dill didn't. That was a very just heroic kind of just going in, getting a lot of picks, so much value on that hero.
Yeah, the Doomfist is just an Ana play of the game.
Ooh, yeah, Reckless did have a lot of antis, a lot of
This
good
is a little
plays.
right there.
a little bit of a trash talking in the
In
No.
all chat, yeah.
in all chat.
Just shooting everyone,
Ooh.
nading every. Oh, the big nade into the grab.
Ooh.
Just securing the fight overall.
Mm-hmm.
See, 30% of the team damage healed from Viceroy Griff. Foxham with over 1,000 damage a minute on the Ash. So I think just the combination of the Ash's poke damage, just poking down enemies, making them easy to one-shot his Doomfist, it
Mm-hmm.
was just able to tear through the Shoosh dudes. And
Yeah, I think Shoosh dudes were running the Ana Baptiste, but I think they did need the Brig instead of the Ana. But I know Shushi is pretty good on both, but I think he can do a lot more on the Baptiste. So I think they should have swapped that around because the stun and also the whip shot from Brig can counter Doomfist's engage pretty well.
right, you can sort of disrupt the disruptor. But that's gonna be it for the series, I guess. Spicy Boys gonna
Yes.
take it 3-1.
Ooh, we do want to get some interviewers, correct?
Interviews, yeah.
Yeah, call
Yeah.
in whoever you'd like for interviews, and then can we get some in chat, some recommendations for MVP, and then I will be setting up a straw poll to post in the chat.
Right. I guess I'll pick from Shoosh dudes. I guess I will take. Wait. Oh no, they all left.
we have a choice of 3.
You can still if you add them in Discord or something, they should hopefully come back.
Mm-hmm.
What do you want, Blue?
Who do I want? Well, I mean, I feel like on Spicy Boys, Heroic is definitely one of our top choices.
Okay, we can get Heroic in and
And who do you want from Shoosh?
Team Captain
We could get Shushi Foof.
Shushi.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like Shushi had some good performance on the Baptiste.
Yes. Oh
Get
my
him
gosh,
on
yes.
the-
Very good. Oh, Wolf wants. I've heard from
Wolf wants-
Lindamoo that Wolf wants an interview.
Wolf wants an interview.
Okay, we can pull in Wolf
Yeah,
instead.
we can pull up the name's Wolf. Name's Wolf Heroic.
Yes. Can. Do I have to tell them? Oh, whoops. Yikes. Can you in chat,
Yeah, name's
or I
Wolf
can
and Heroic.
try.
I'm drunk enough to not be tilted, says Novus.
Oh, hey.
Hello.
Hello,
It is Heroic.
the Doomfist connoisseur.
True.
It worked tonight. I haven't
Yeah.
been feeling it lately, but it felt good tonight.
Heroic and the names Wolf have joined us. Thank you guys for joining us for the interview.
Mm-hmm.
Good
Um,
games.
yeah. So, I guess first question we'll give for Heroic. You did mention the Doomfist worked out tonight. What do you think happened differently, or what do you think your team did differently? What do you think the enemy team did differently that allowed you to have so much success on the Doom?
Um, there was a lot of dive pressure. We tried playing stuff besides dive, and I think we noticed at the end that the dive pressure was too much. And on the last map, I noticed that Theana was unable to hold sleep for everything because there's like 6 things diving her. So, and every time I went for her, there's no sleep. So I just kept abusing that. I just kept pressuring the lack of sleep. And then on the attack, they just kept bubbling me because you can't break a bubble and sleep with Doom, unfortunately.
Yeah,
So we
that
were
is a
kind of
really
just
good
trying to
combo.
finish it.
And unlike, our comp games, you actually had like every dive you had at least like 2 picks on the Doomfist too. So
Yeah, punches were hitting.
Making
yeah,
use
Good
of
at missing
both
punches,
punch
but not
combos.
tonight. Punch bot.
punch bot. All right. For the name is Wolf, we did see you pull out the dive on Blizzard World, I believe. No, wait, no, it was on.
No,
No, sorry, it was
Rialto.
dive defense on Rialto. My bad.
Yeah.
Uh, what made you change from the double shield that you always run? Because I know the Orisa Sig especially have really good synergy with the Halt and Accretion combo,
hmm
but I honestly didn't see that too often this match. Also, especially when like on first point offense, you can't like there's the Doomfist up on top hiding all the time. So I was surprised that I didn't see like the scouting. What
I
was your
mean,
like?
yeah. So, I mean, we used Halt and Accretion kind of separately to counter heroes because, as was mentioned, there was a lot of individual or like separate dive pressures coming in, not just like one individual solo out with one of those abilities. Because I think we both, like me and Dylan, General Dill, found that if we separated those abilities, we could counter 2 people instead of just one. And I think for like the most part, that kind of worked on maps like Anubis and stuff.
Oh,
As far as like
yeah.
switching to dive, we just imagine that we could put more pressure on their back line and maybe try to kill them before they killed ours, essentially, and just try to win that fight. Like we felt that we had a better chance of being able to get that, getting those kills, but they did a pretty good job of staying separate from us and like making my dive feel more like an overextension and less like a dive. So they did a really good job of countering that. But that was kind of our mindset.
Nicholas was yelling at us the entire game or the entire games because he was like, "You're out of my sight," and they're diving
Yeah, I
me.
basically
Yeah, he
I would
was
just
he was
try to
being
pressure
bullied
him out.
super
If I
hard.
couldn't kill him, I'd at least try to push him away.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
we were
remember
pretty mad.
when you were attacking. When Spicy Boys were attacking, it was kind of just like you dived both Fox M and Reckless, and
hmm
it was a 2v1 in the backline. But then Hura kind of just pulled out the Doom, the big fist, just smashing everybody around.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's just the time to kill with Doomfist is so fast that
Yeah, you have to. Everybody has to shoot him. It's you either kill
Yeah.
him immediately or he gets value, and then the fight turns.
Yep, he's also a tank, by the way.
Yeah,
Just hit
easy shields,
every.
dude.
Yep,
You hit a button,
yeah,
you get some shields.
very.
A tank assassin. You love to see it. All right. Do we have any
Any?
questions from the chat?
Yeah.
Any viewers want to ask Heroic or the name's Wolf any questions about tonight's game or anything?
Ooh, wait. Just wanna ask about your both of your opinions on the first point defense for Shoosh dudes on Blizzard World. How, how what were your feelings just going into that? Because I wanna hear from both.
I felt really sweaty.
yeah.
Okay.
Basically, our mentality was they are running the cheese that they're good at, so I'll run the cheese we're good at.
Yeah,
Like Dylan's really good. Iron Brew is really good at separating people with his ball. And I was like, well, if we just push up against a corner, he can't push us around very well because we're against a wall. And it worked more or less.
I was really worried that entire time. That
Yeah.
first point and streets had me nervous. Like they
Yeah, Shoosh just
walling
had
us out.
really
They have
good
ult
defenses.
economy.
Yeah, sorry. You can.
Oh, you're good. I was just
My bad.
saying that's where I stopped.
Oh, okay. Okay, someone's coming and blah, blah, blah. One more thing. On Anubis, Turek, you were up on like the you and Iron Brew were waiting for the sim TP on first point.
Yeah, that we
What
miscommunicated.
made you like get off the high ground?
I moved. I wasn't sure if I was overcommitting to that spot. We had. I didn't feel comfortable with our communication and our comp there, and I wasn't sure if we were overcommitting there because I wasn't sure if they were going to go that way. We'd known that they would do that on overtime pushes, but I wasn't sure if they were going to do it on a first push. So I was afraid of overcommitting it because they had an easy push through the choke because we only had Sigma, Junk, and like Moria and our 2 healers, so they could have really easily pushed through that. So I was about to go back to the choke to help, I guess, counter the push because Dylan was already there and we didn't need more than one to, I guess, punish it. But I was just too late. I was too indecisive, so they punished us.
Right, and I think only Echo ended up going through the teleporter, so
Yeah,
they could have just taken the 5v4.
yeah, definitely.
Yeah. All right. I don't see any more questions from chat, but
It's just people complaining about characters.
people
Yeah.
complaining
Pepe's
about
sad.
English. You gotta love it.
Pepe's sad.
Fully brig.
uh,
All right, guys. I think at this point we are ready to announce our MVP of the match. And if you turn your attention over to the stream, it is Boop Heroic.
Hey.
Nice job tonight. Both teams did a really nice job. Congratulations, Heroic, for MVP. Just a reminder to everybody watching the stream is that if you have a particular highlight you want in next week's highlight reel, make sure you get on those replays, get some timestamps, send them to Great Pilgrim as soon as you can. Try not to wait. He's a busy man, and he does a really nice job making those highlight reels for us.
okay. I guess that about wraps it up. Yeah.
All right, unless anyone has anything else to say.
Well, that'll do it. Just make sure you check league news for next week's schedule. And again, keep in mind for next week that all first-time subs to this league are 20% off for the entirety of this month. So now's a good time to get those subs in. Nice job this week, everybody, and we'll catch you on Monday.